Hey, awesome people. I'm Krista, for those of you who don't know me. And today we're going to be talking about the law of polarity. Laura and I have been diving into laws every single day. And today I want to share the law of polarity. Now, this law is basically about opposites, contrasts, how understanding them can bring balance and growth into your life. Yeah. So the law of polarity is basically about bringing about balance and growth back into your life. And if you've ever felt like you were stuck in a negative situation, today's discussion is going to show you how to find the hidden good within that situation. So let me start by sharing a story about my own journey. There was a time in my life where everything felt like it was going wrong. I was facing challenges not only within my business, but I faced great adversity. For those of you who do know my story, I faced multiple cancers and a body riddled with tumors. So my health was on the rocks, and it seemed like everywhere I turned, there was just more and more bad news. And it was one of those moments where you wonder, why me? Like, why me? Have you ever been there? You know those days, right? You know those days, those weeks, even months when it seems like the whole universe is just decided to test you. And how much more testing did I need, with what I was facing? You find yourself doing everything that you can, but it just keeps coming around again and again and again. And it's like you're in this negative vortex and you just can't seem to break free from that. Who here has ever felt that kind of adversity? I mean, it could have been relationship, could be health, it could be money situations, so many different things. And sometimes you just feel alone. It's like, how many more hits am I going to cop from the universe? I remember feeling so defeated. I was questioning everything, my decisions, my path, my purpose. Everything was on the line for me here. But then something really incredible happened. I stumbled upon the law of polarity, and it completely shifted my mindset. Now, all the laws, they can work, they intertwine together, as Laura and I were saying. And but if you really understand how you can make it relate back to you, that's when it really, really works. I realized that for every negative experience that I was having, every negative experience that I was facing, there was an equal and opposite positive hidden within it. And it's like, what? So with every negative situation that you encounter, there's actually something positive within that learning. So it's quite crazy. Yeah, like it's actually quite cool, really. And that realization was the key that turned everything around for me. So have you ever heard the saying, every cloud has a silver lining? The law of polarity is basically the silver lining. It tells us that for every negative, there's always a positive. For every change, there's an opportunity. And every down, there has to be an up. It's starting to make sense. And the best start, once you recognize this, you can start to flip the negative experience on its head and find some hidden good within it. Here's another phenomenal insight. The law of polarity states that everything in the universe has an opposite. If you're facing adversity, there's an equal measure of advantage waiting to be discovered. It's like, whoa, that's so true, yeah? The key is to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, from what's missing to what is possible. Tell me, like, how many ahas has today's law brought into your life? Now, this is the challenge that most of us face. Society, and I always seem to be going back to the way society has conditioned us. But society often conditions us to focus on the negative. We're bombarded with bad news. We're taught to dwell on mistakes. We're taught to feel disappointed if we don't get the highest marks. And we're constantly reminded of what we lack rather than what we have. This mindset is the real enemy because it blinds us to the positives that are always present, even in the darkest of times. So Yeah, even and that's extremely frustrating within itself. So to think that we're so often stuck in that negative cycle of thinking patterns that we often miss opportunities for growth, learning, and success. True. So it's time to stop letting all that negativity control your life and start using the law of polarity to flip the switch. Yeah. So you're likely you and many of you watching this, you have likely experienced this, haven't you? You've been focused on what's going wrong, then that you've missed out on something going right. But here's the thing, once you start looking for the positive in every negative, your entire perspective is going to change. And that's the truth. You start to see opportunities where there were obstacles before, and that's where the transformation begins. So I'll give you an example. So say you've just lost a major client in your business and it feels like this incredible blow. But according to the law of polarity, this loss isn't just one side of the coin. The other side is it could be it could be the space and energy freed up to attract the right client who's an even better fit for your business, someone who actually values your services even more and leads to greater growth. Another example could be, imagine you're going through a tough time in a relationship and it feels like everything is just falling apart. But what if this challenge is the catalyst for you to communicate more deeply, understand your partner even better and more openly, and ultimately strengthen your relationship together? So the negative experience is just one part of the whole. The positive potential is there also. So remember, every setback is set up for a comeback. The law of polarity ensures that where there's a difficult, there's also the need for opportunity. So, as Napoleon Hill said, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Isn't that just so great? And I would like to just add to that, your ability to find that seed determines your growth and success. So it's been awesome having you here today. You guys rock, stay blessed, stay cool, and I would definitely see you in the next